Welcome to Afghanistan, a land of raw, untamed beauty and relentless endurance. Here, every sunrise paints the rugged earth in gold, and every sunset casts long shadows over a history as old as civilization itself. This is a place where the land and its people have been shaped by centuries of challenge and change, yet remain unbowed. The mighty Hindu Kush Mountains stretch across the heart of the country, their snow-capped peaks standing as silent sentinels over deep valleys and ancient villages. These mountains are more than just a backdrop. They are a lifeline, a barrier, and a source of both hardship and hope. Life here clings to the rhythm of the seasons, adapting to the harshness of winter and the promise of spring. Across the arid plains, terraced farms hug the hillsides, carved by generations of hands determined to coax life from unforgiving soil. Rivers wind their way through the land, bringing precious water to fields where farmers labor from dawn to dusk. These scenes reveal not just the ingenuity, but the deep connection Afghans have with their land, a relationship built on patience, perseverance, and respect for nature's power. This is a place of extremes, scorching summers that bake the earth, bone-chilling winters that blanket villages in snow, and winds that whisper stories of survival passed down through generations. In every season, life here is a test of endurance, and every family carries the wisdom of those who came before. Yet Afghanistan's beauty isn't just in its dramatic landscapes. It's in the delicate wildflowers that bloom in hidden valleys, the orchards heavy with fruit, and the quiet moments of daily life that unfold against a backdrop of breathtaking scenery. In the heart of the cities, the markets come alive with color and sound. The air is thick with the scent of spices, cumin, saffron, cardamom, mingling with the laughter of children and the calls of vendors. Artisans weave intricate carpets by hand, each thread telling a story, while coppersmiths shape metal into works of art, their hammers ringing out a rhythm as old as the city itself. Here, life pulses with resilience and hope, even in the chaos of the bazaar. Every face in the crowd has a story, of struggle, of joy, of dreams carried forward despite the odds. The markets are more than places of commerce, they are the beating heart of Afghan society, where tradition and modernity meet. The people of Afghanistan possess a strength as formidable as the mountains that surround them, resilient, dignified, and unbroken by hardship. Their eyes reflect both the pain of the past and the hope for a better future. Families stand together, bound by loyalty and love, weathering every storm as one. To truly understand Afghanistan, you must look beyond the headlines and witness the tenacity and spirit of its people. In the laughter of children playing in dusty streets, in the wisdom shared by elders in shaded courtyards, and in the quiet determination of families working side by side, you'll find the true soul of this nation. This is the real Afghanistan, enduring, inspiring, and alive with possibility. Our journey begins here, in a land where beauty and strength are woven into every moment, and where hope endures against all odds. Since August 2021, Afghanistan has entered a new era under Taliban rule. The sudden shift in power brought uncertainty and anxiety to millions. Overnight, the familiar rhythms of daily life were upended, and a sense of unease settled over the country. For many Afghans, the memories of the previous Taliban regime resurfaced, fueling fears about what the future might hold. Security is claimed, but daily life is marked by fear and constant surveillance. Checkpoints dot the streets, and the presence of armed fighters is a constant reminder of the new order. People move cautiously, always aware of watchful eyes and the possibility of being questioned or detained. The sense of freedom that once existed has been replaced by a heavy atmosphere of suspicion. Armed checkpoints and subdued public spaces have replaced the vibrant energy of the cities. Markets that once bustled with life now stand quiet, and the laughter of children is rarely heard in public. The city's pulse has slowed, as people avoid drawing attention to themselves. Strict religious laws dictate everything from clothing to movement, curtailing personal freedoms. Women in particular face severe restrictions, with many unable to attend school or work. The simple act of leaving home has become fraught with risk, and families worry constantly about the safety of their loved ones. Hopes for progress and open debate have faded, replaced by a climate of fear and silence. Public discussion is rare, and people speak in hushed tones, careful not to attract unwanted attention. The intellectual and cultural life of the country has been stifled, leaving many feeling isolated and powerless. Former officials live in hiding, and dissent is stifled. Many who once held positions of influence now fear for their safety, choosing to remain out of sight. Homes are shuttered, and the streets empty quickly as night falls. Yet, Afghans adapt, finding ways to survive and support each other despite the restrictions. Families gather in private, sharing meals and stories, drawing strength from their bonds. In small acts of kindness and solidarity, communities hold together, determined to endure. The absence of independent news leaves many isolated from the world. With limited access to information, rumors spread quickly and people rely on word of mouth to stay informed. The lack of reliable news deepens the sense of isolation and uncertainty. Life here is a daily test of endurance and dignity. Every day Afghans face new challenges, but they continue to persevere, holding on to hope for a better future, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. To truly understand Afghanistan, you must look beyond its cities and into its rural heart, where the land itself seems to breathe with the stories of its people. Here, in the shadow of rugged mountains and across sweeping fields, life is shaped by ancient rhythms and customs passed down through generations. In these villages, tribal codes and traditions are not just guidelines, they are the very fabric of daily existence. Every action, from the way people greet each other to how they resolve conflict, is steeped in a deep respect for heritage. The tribe, or Qawm, forms the foundation of Afghan society. It provides not only a sense of belonging and identity, but also a vital network of security and social order. Within the tribe, every individual knows their place, and the collective well-being is always put above the individual. At the heart of village life are the elders who gather in jirgas, traditional councils, to resolve disputes and maintain harmony. Their authority comes not from written law, but from the weight of tradition and the trust of their community. Through careful deliberation, they ensure that justice is served and peace is preserved. Family is the cornerstone of Afghan life. Multi-generational households are common, with grandparents, parents, and children all living under one roof. Patriarchs and matriarchs play clear, respected roles, guiding the younger generations and keeping the family united through both joy and hardship. Hospitality is considered sacred. Guests are welcomed with open arms and honored with the best the household can offer, even if it means making personal sacrifices. To host a guest is to uphold a centuries-old code of respect and generosity. Meals are more than just nourishment, they are a celebration of community. Rice, lamb, and naan are often at the center of the table, shared by all. Eating together is a cherished ritual, reinforcing bonds and reminding everyone of their shared roots. In times of hardship or uncertainty, these traditions become even more important. The community comes together, offering support and strength to those in need. It is this spirit of unity that has allowed Afghan society to endure through decades of turmoil and change. Sharing a meal is an act of fellowship and survival, a reminder that no one stands alone. Each bite taken together is a silent promise of mutual care and resilience. Here, tradition is both shield and anchor, a source of strength, identity, and hope for the future, no matter what challenges may come. For Afghan women and girls, the world has narrowed dramatically. Rights have been stripped away, erasing decades of progress in months. Girls are banned from education beyond 6th grade. Universities are closed to women. Most jobs are off-limits, and public spaces are forbidden. Strict dress codes and the need for a male guardian restrict movement and autonomy. The psychological toll is immense, hopes and dreams extinguished, lives confined to the home. Women watch as their sons move freely while their daughters are left behind. This is a silent crisis, fought within the heart and mind. The struggle for dignity continues behind closed doors. Despite oppression, Afghan women's spirit endures, quiet, fierce, and resilient. Secret schools operate in private homes, defying the ban on girls' education. Teachers and students risk everything to keep knowledge alive. Many women turn to home-based businesses, tailoring, embroidery, baking, to support their families. These small enterprises are acts of defiance and sources of dignity. Informal support networks offer emotional and practical help, forging solidarity in isolation. Community organizations, often with international support, provide skills and hope. Even in the shadows, women find ways to connect, resist, and keep hope alive. Their collective strength is a powerful counter to oppression. In every act of resilience, the light endures. Beneath political turmoil, Afghanistan faces a devastating humanitarian crisis. The economy has collapsed, over half the population lives in poverty. Food insecurity is rampant, Millions face acute hunger, and malnutrition among children is soaring. The ban on poppy cultivation has left rural communities desperate with no alternatives. Families sell possessions and take on debt just to survive. Refugees are being deported back from neighboring countries, returning to a nation unable to support them. Women and girls among returnees face compounded fears and restrictions. This is a cycle of displacement and despair, threatening the nation's future. The crisis is silent, but its impact is profound. Amid hardship, Afghanistan's greatest strength is its unyielding human spirit. Hope is practical, found in small acts of kindness and solidarity. Communities rally to help those in need, sharing food, shelter, and support. Stories of resilience abound. A teacher runs a home library, youth clean streets and plant trees. Cultural traditions persist. Secret poetry readings, music, and storytelling keep heritage alive. These acts are quiet affirmations of dignity and life. Community is a lifeline, woven from compassion and shared struggle. Even under restriction, Afghans find ways to celebrate and preserve their culture. This is the true strength of Afghanistan: courage, generosity, and hope. Drop by drop, hope becomes a river. Afghanistan is living history. Ancient fortresses, blue-tiled mosques, and Silk Road crossroads. This heritage is a source of pride and unity, transcending tribal divisions. Legendary figures like Rumi and Ahmad Shah Durrani inspire resilience and identity. Yet the future is uncertain. International isolation and internal challenges loom large. The youth, connected to the world yet constrained, still dream of peace and opportunity. The question remains, can tradition and the desire for freedom coexist? The past echoes loudly, but the future's whispers are waiting to be heard. Afghanistan's destiny lies in the hands of its people. Our journey ends, but Afghanistan's story continues. We've seen its beauty, its challenges, and its indomitable spirit. The hopes and fears of Afghan families are universal. Ignoring their plight is ignoring a part of ourselves. The fight for dignity, education, and survival is a global struggle. We must learn, listen, and understand. Knowledge is the enemy of indifference. Support humanitarian efforts and amplify Afghan voices. See not a problem, but a people to be embraced. In the end, we are one human tribe bound by shared responsibility. Let us show Afghans they are not forgotten. The world is watching, and the world cares.